most divine, beautiful Chandogya Upanishad. While studying it, we are trying to tune to the Shruti Mata, to the Rishi Parampara, to the Brahma Tattva, and also to the spiritual Jivana Vidhana. As we have exhaustively seen in the Sambandha Bhashya, through karma and upasana, having purified our antakarana, we become qualified for the jnana. Through the jnana, having realized the truth reality, we get liberated from the untruth and unreal. May this thing be conspicuously clear in our heart all the time, and everything we work should be geared up for this purpose only. Then we have understood spirituality. In the Chandogya Upanishad, in the first adhyaya, we are in the second Khanda, where having heard the Udgita Mahima in the Prathama Khanda, we are here doing the sadhana of this Udgita Omkara Upasana. Means bringing that Udgita Brahma, Udgita Omkara into our lives, every activity. So, in this Upasana, the Ekagrata, Chitta Shuddhi are brought, and everything we visualize as Brahman, nothing is other than that Brahman and Omkar. This state of mind we have to achieve. Once that is achieved, the things are less valued independently. Underline this point. The things are less valued independently. Right now, what is our situation? We think, behave as if there is no Brahman at all. There is no Paramatma at all. There is no truth at all. There is no reality at all. What is there is only this outer world of to be perceived things and our own personal perceiving abilities. इसके अलावा और कुछ है ही नहीं है. In this way we behave now. Through these upasanas, we understand. We practically do and achieve a status wherein there is nothing independent of that Omkara, Udgita, Paramatma. This is a practice to be done and achieved. Because for whatever reason, from whenever it was, we did the wrong practice of as if everything independently existed. That practice has to be changed to the right practice, that there is nothing which is without that Omkara, without Paramatma. With that, the unnecessary extra value, importance given to the world, called as attachments, called as impurities, called as raga dvesha, they go away. With that calm, quiet mind, then who is that who is playing all this play through all the faculties of perceptions, responses, reactions? When the deep inquiry we are ready to do and do it, we realize to that self in which actually none of these are happening. It is a peculiar, infinite power which is playing the play. Therefore, it's only a play. Nothing is real. Real is Brahman, and Brahman alone is everywhere, and that I have. Now, these understandings, these meditations, these experiences, for us to gain, to be qualified for that, are the upasanas required. So, in this Dvitiya Khanda onwards, we are taught the upasana. This much, if you understand, very good. Now, the Devasura is the Akhyayika. So, Devatas want to do the Udgita Upasana so that they can overpower the Asuras. Up to this, we saw in the first mantra. Second mantra, so they started doing the Udgita Upasana with the Granendriya, with the Nasika Antargata Prana. So when they were doing it, the Asuras came and hit them. Therefore, the Nasikendriya, which was supposed to be unbiased, became biased, naturally supported by the biased state of mind called as Raga Dvesha, Once in the mind the raga dvesha come, we are at the mind level. We cannot go beyond the mind to see the reality. This is how the asuras, by hitting each of the indriya, by putting those indriyas in the worldly activities, by making our mind and intellect and ego only to get attached to them, these asuras do not allow us to rise above, to go beyond. That is the meaning of asura influence at our faculty level. Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Antahkarana. Only at the Mukhya Prana level that the asuras cannot attack. That's how the Devatas became successful by doing the upasana of the Mukhya Prana and then saved themselves for all the time to come from the influence of the asuras. Thereby, they went on doing what they are supposed to do. Like in our life also, by some means, if we are able to do exactly what we are supposed to do, at every level of our vyavahara, is not the life is very beautiful and smooth, isn't it? At our domestical level, we know what to do and we are doing. Officially, we know what to do and we are doing. Socially, we know what to do and we are doing. Where is the problem? Problem is because we are not doing what we are supposed to. Why? The asuras in us have overpowered. What exactly is the meaning of asuras overpowering us? Us or these devatas? Are these two, three things? What are the three already 100 times discussed? What are the three gunas of asura? And one is tamo gunatmika. Second is the bhoga pradhanata. Third one is ashastriyata. Wherever the crystal clear understanding is not there, wherever the thought of indulgence is there, wherever Vyavahara is not in line with the Shastras, that means Asuras are overpowering in us. So therefore, the Shastra is never referred. That's why the Tamoguna is maintained. And then the misunderstanding that the faculties are there only for the Bhoga, that will prevail. So from morning till night, what are we doing with our faculties? Only trying to indulge in the world, isn't it? Have you ever regularly studied Shastras and kept in mind what the divine expects us to do with our faculties? Therefore, that clarity, the knowledge is not there with us. Therefore, tamaha, non-thinking, no knowledge. As to what is said by Shastra, the Jivana Vidhana. They go together. Tamogunata, ashastriyata. That is one set. The other one is, therefore, our faculties are meant only to enjoy the world of Shraddha, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasana. That is mainly the meaning of hit by the Asuras. We are going to re-see that as we study the Bhashyam. Right, friends? Now let us spend 2-3 minutes in our Mangalacharana Shloka, Upanishad Mantra Ucharana Parachaya, as well as bringing our mind to this study. Then we are going to study, right? Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam Padavakya व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भव एव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिक मे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्तसाध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवतादर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नशाश्वतसमूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहिन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययनसाधना प्रयत्नमध्ये सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आद्यशङ्कर भाष्यसहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ॐ सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्रीदेशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः द्वितीयः खण्डः। Just 2 more minutes. Enjoy the chanting. ॐ देवासुराः वै यत्र संयेतिरे उभये प्राजापत्याः तद्ध देवाः उद्गीतमाजह्रुः अनेन अभिभविष्यामैते देहनासिक्यं प्राणमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तगं असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं जिघ्रति सुरभि च दुर्गन्धि च पाप्मना हि एषः विद्धः। अतः वाचमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तागमः असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तया उभयं वदति सत्यं च अनृतं च पाप्मना हि एषा विद्धा। अतः चक्षुरुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तद्ध असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं पश्यते दर्शनीयं च अदर्शनीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम्। अतः श्रोत्रमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तद्धासुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं शृणोति श्रवणीयं च अश्रवणीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम्। अतः मन उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तद्धासुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयगं संकल्पनीयं च असंकल्पनीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम्। अतः य एव अयं मुख्यः प्राणः तमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तगमः असुराः ऋत्वा विविधध्वंसुः यथा अश्मानमाकणं ऋत्वा विदगं सेत। एवं यथा श्मानमाकणं मृत्वा विद्वगंसते एवगं इव विद्वगंसते य एवं विधि पापं कामयते यश्च येनमविदा सति स एषः अस्माकणः नैवैतेन सुरभिन दुर्गन्धि विजानाति अपहतपाप्मा हि एषः तेन यदश्नाति यत् पिबति तेन इतरान् प्राणान् अवति एतमेव अन्ततः विद्वा उत्क्रामति व्याददाति तेव अन्ततः इति तगम अंगिराः उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतम् एव अंगिरसं मन्यन्ते अंगानां यद् रसः तेन तगमः बृहस्पतिरुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतम् एव बृहस्पतिं मन्यन्ते वाग्हि बृहति तस्या एषः पतिः तेन तगमः अयास्यः उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतम् एव अयास्यं मन्यन्ते आस्याद् यद् अयते तेन तगमः बकोदाल्भ्यो विदाञ्चकार सह नैमिषीयानाम् उद्गाता बभूव सह स्म एभ्यः कामान् गायति आगाताः वै कामानां भवति य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते इति अध्यात्मम् इति छान्दोग्योपनिषदि प्रथमोऽध्याये द्वितीयः खण्डः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सो अनेन उपासनेन एनान् असुरान् abhibhavishyamah. With this upasana getting empowered, we will be able to defeat the asuras, overpower the asuras, so that we don't allow ourselves to come under their sway. With this sankalpa, the devatas wanted to do upasana. They started. How did they start? Teha means devatas. नासिक्यं प्राणम् उद्गीतम् उपासाञ्चक्रिरे तगम्ह असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं जिघ्रति सुरभि च दुर्गन्धि च पाप्मना हि एषः विद्धः. This line, if you understand, then all the next 5-6 mantras are of same language, so they also stand easily explained and understood. Correct? Now let us do this with Bhashyam. Half of it we have seen. This portion I will only read through because it's explained exhaustively yesterday. I am doing from the Bhashya of the second mantra. Be with us. What is it? Is Teha Devaha, those devatas, Nasikyam Pranam means Nasikayam Bhavam Pranam means Chetanavantam Granam is the Pranam. So right now also you can feel I am conscious of the exhaling, inhaling going on. While that is happening, the Grana Indriya being functional, it is smelling. Both the things are happening. Inhaling, exhaling happening, smelling also happening with the Grana Indriya, Prana Indriya. First note that point. Then what is the Upasana here? Ki Nasikya Prana Drushtya Udgita Akhyam Aksharam Omkaram Upasan Chakrire Ityartha. So, the Nasika Prana, which is taking the air, inhale and exhale, same time which is smelling, this itself is the Udgita Omkara. Clear? So, this inhaling, exhaling going on eternally as long as we are alive. Generally, we are not aware of it. Now, we are becoming aware of it. First step is, we are becoming aware of the inhaling and exhaling. Second step is we are aware of through inhaling and exhaling what this Granendriya is doing. It is taking the air inside and pumping out, and also it is smelling the things. Third is what? In the form, in the form of this Granendriya, the Pranendriya, the Omkara Pranava alone is functioning. It is Omkara Pranava Mahima. This is called Upasana. What is Upasana? A stone is there. In that we invoke the presence of Bhagavan Vishnu. If it is Salagrama, Bhagavan Shiva, it is Shivalinga. That is called as Upasana. We are seeing the Lord in that particular thing. Same way, Granendra is going on. It is doing its functioning of smelling, inhaling, exhaling. What is extra added is the Udgita Omkara alone is in the form of this Granendriya doing those functions. Therefore, the Granendriya is independent of Udgita Omkara, and about that we are not even aware also, and it is functioning and we are reaping its benefits. All was going on earlier as if the Granendriya is independent. Now, no, it is the Om which is there functioning as Granendriya. That is called Upasana. Main thing you have to not miss and understand is what is the Upasana here Devatas are doing. When the Granendriya is doing inhale, exhale and smelling, that is its function. But who is functioning through that is Omkara. That is the meaning of Nasikya Prana Drushtya. So Nasikya Prana is the prana which is there within the Nasikas, at the level of Nasikas. Nasikya Prana Drushtya Udgitakhyam Aksharam Omkaram Upasan Chakrite Ityartha. So here the Nasika's work, whatever is happening, the Granam of the Gandha as well as the inhaling, exhaling, in that Rupa, my Pranava, my Omkara, my Udgita, Paramatma alone is doing that. This is Upasana. It's only Upasana. Na? Our goal is not to get stuck up it at the Nasika as Paramatma level. No. We are already lost in that. Our goal is to bring mind into concentration and through the Upasana bring the presence of the Lord even when the functionings are happening, such as the Granam here. Later on, our Drushti will be shifted from the Granendriya and its functions to the one who is expressing like that. This is our main meditation. In that meditation, in the deep contemplation, that takes us to that truth or reality, which is our goal. Our goal is not Upasana. Through Upasana, Ekagrata and Antakarana Shuddhi. Out of thousands of Upanishads, our Chandogya Upanishad is guiding us in this way. We do it, we get the benefit. Right? Up to this we have seen. एवं हि प्रकृतार्थ परित्यागः अप्रकृतार्थ उपादानं च न कृतं स्यात्. In this way, when you interpret, then only the dosha that we have missed the context and we are discussing something else, that dosha is avoided. So when we are studying from this beginning of this Upanishad, Pranava Upasana, Udgita Upasana, when it is a subject, suddenly where from this Granendriya, inhale, exhale and smelling comes. Why this topic is? Because we are doing the Omkara Upasana, therefore Om alone is expressing like this. In this way we study and there is no irrelevance problem. So, Khalu etasyeva aksharasya iti Omkara hi upasyataya prakrutaha. In the last chapter, the last mantra is etasyeva aksharasya apachityai mahimna rasena. All that mantra, so beautiful. In that mantra, 1, 2, the 3, the 4 aspects we saw. First is what? Because of the Udgita Omkara alone, the yajna is happening. Second point, what are the 3 things of the yajna that are happening because of Omkara? Omiti ashravayati, Omiti shagamsati, Omiti udgayati. Second point. Third one is both powerful thou. Etasyeva aksharasya apachitye. The yajna entirely is done for the worship of this Omkara. Fourth one was Mahimna Rasena. The prana in every of the people participating in the yajna is because of the Omkara. Then the dravyas that are there, that all also because of the Omkara. Omkara Mahimna, the people are alive and doing the activities. Omkara Mahimna, the Omkara Rasena, the objects of the world are there which are used for yajna there. Really mystical, huh? When you get into this practice, after that, how the universal yajna is going on, we'll be able to understand. And we'll understand a beautiful thinking. Our presence also is only to a part of this cosmic yajna that's going on at the Upadhi level. That notion that I am an individual separate, that I have some projects of my own that I have to achieve, I have to struggle for them, all this will be understood to be so zero. Divine is expressing in the Leela of this world. I am divine. So the divinity in me, including these upadhis, is playing this Leela. There is nothing to be gained, nothing to be lost. That great bliss it will come. We are starting with this for that purpose. Okay. Next one. Uh-huh. Hmm. Purva Pakshis Prashna. Nanu Udgita Upalakshitam Karma Ahrudavanta iti avocha. See, you have taken up the topic of they are doing the Udgita Karma, the Yajna. Idanimev Katham Nasikya Pranadushtya Omkara Upasan Chakrire iti Atma. You just say now they are doing the Upasana, taking the Nasikas functioning as the Omkara, Udgita. So it's not inhaling, exhaling, smelling going on. It is the Udgita Mahima going on. What have you done with my yajna then? If we are yajna karma of Swaha is doing, because it's so much habituated for so many years our lives doing, suddenly he doesn't want to give up. उनको लगता है सारा सपोर्ट छूट जा रहा है हाथ से. So that fear. No, 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 no. Yajna karma going on. Mantrocharana going on. Because without mantrocharana, yajna has no meaning. So to Om Ucharana is going on because Om is a Udgita. What is added is Om's Mahima is known, and then the Upasana of the Om done to be the Granendriyas functioning of inhaling, exhaling, and swelling. This extra thing is brought, all are continued. So there also injunction of Shastra, it is done. But our Upasana is, see, when I am doing this pravachana, the inhaling, exhaling going on, any of the smells, smell, that is Paramatma. So at that time, I have to do only that, but here I have pravachan kar rahe. So then you take the example of the next to next loka, the Vani going on. So Udgita Upasana for me Vani level is this Vani Rupena, the Udgita Varmatma only expressing. The Vani happening consciously, intelligently, same time it is Omkara which is making it happen, that is not missed. That is addition. In this way, keep on throughout the day in every functioning. Do the Om Upasana, then the mind gathers those beautiful positive samskaras up. It is first Paramatma, then expressing as any of the faculties. And it's only Leela. For a sadhaka, this Upasana is for Antakarana Shuddhi. For a Shuddha Antakarana, he has to meditate to realize the Brahman. Why? In the relation of Brahman alone, there is moksha. Upanishads are meant for that. Human life and Upanishads both are meant for giving us Brahmajnana and get moksha. Must. Okay. The Guru Maharaj answer was Gita Karmani Evahi Tat Kartru Pranadevata Drushtya Udgita Bhakti Avavascha Omkara Upasyatena Vivakshita Na Swatantraha. You are not telling that only Swatantra Upena Omkara Upasana. No, you are doing the Yajna Karma also. You are doing the Ucharana also. Okay. Now comes the most important topic. What is the meaning of Asura hit these Granendriya here by the Papa? This will continue in the next 5 slokas, same way. And this, when we become subjective and analyze, every moment we can see actually in us this prakriya of getting hit by the asura is going on, going on. That's how we are at the Indriya level living in an asuric life only. We don't know it all that we are living it. Then through the upasana from the asuri, Daivi level we come. And through that later on, once the sufficient purities are gained, we contemplate on the substratum, we reach to it. Now be attentive, one by one sentence. First one para I will completely chant of Bhashya. Then today whole day we will be discussing that only and ensure that we are not missing anything, everything we are understanding. See, tam evam devaihi vratam udgataram asuraha swabhavikah tama atmanah jyoti rupam nasikyam pranam devam sa utthena papana अधर्म आसंगरूपेण विविधो विद्धवन्तः संसर्गं कृतवन्तः इत्यर्थः सहि नासिक्यः प्राणः कल्याण गंध ग्रहणाभिमान आसंग अभिभूत विवेक विज्ञानः बभूव स तेन दोषेण पाप्म संसर्गी बभूव तदिदमुक्तम् असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः इति तदिदमुक्तम् असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः इति. That is what is said by the word, the meaning of the sentence. The asuras hit with the papa. Asuraha, asuras, papmana, with papa, viduhu, they have hit. Vividuhu, Vedan, they have done. Vedana means Vedanam, Vedanam, Bhavayor, Vedaha. So they have hit with the papa. Now one by one word, one by one sentence, be careful. Okay, tam, him. Who is that him? That Granendriya, which they are trying to do the upasana of the Omkara. To that Granendriyam, tam. Okay, tam. Who is tam? Evam devaihi vrutam udgataram. Listen this, don't miss. Evam in this way, devaihi, by the devatas, udgataram, who is done as upasana as Udgita. है ना, देवैहि उद्गातार मीन्स देवताओं के द्वारा जिस घ्राणेन्द्रिय को उद्गीत के रूप में उपासना देवता लोगों ने स्वीकार करके कर रहे. So devatas are doing the upasana of this घ्राणेन्द्रिय to be udgita, to be omkar. So inhaling, exhaling is nothing but omkar. To that घ्राणेन्द्रिय, what Rakshasas did, कि एवं देवैर्वृतम उद्गातारम ह असुराः. हु आर असुराः? कि स्वाभाविक तम आत्मान. By nature they are of the nature of tamaha, ignorance. Tamaha is darkness. Tamaha is andhakar. Tamaha is ignorance. So स्वाभाविक तम आत्मानः, what did they do and to whom they do? To that nasika. Na? What is nasika? ज्योति रूपम नासिक्यम प्राणम देवम. See, ज्योति रूपम नासिक्यम प्राणम देवम is a very pregnant word. Pause a little to understand. Okay, it is actually devam, that nasika. And which they were expressing as nasika is nothing but jyoti roopam only. So you have to study this like that. Jyoti roopam devam nasikyam pranam. So jyoti roopam is pure consciousness only. Devam is the divine expression. The nasikyam within the nostrils. Pranam or the granam. Okay, so jyoti roopam devam nasikyam pranam. So the nasika prana, deva rupa and jyoti rupa. That jyoti is omkara. These devatas are doing the upasana like that. To this granendriya, to this jyoti rupa prana indriya, deva rupa pranendriya. Okay, swabhavika tama atma asuraha jyoti rupam nasikyam devam. What did they do? Very important line is this one. Swa uttena papmana vivido. Swa uttena papmana, That papa, which is natural tendency to them, Uttena, which is their own way of expression or living, the asuras. So Uttena Papena Vividohu. So Uttena Papmana. What is Papa? This is where we gave 10 minutes back some introduction. Same thing now, more clearly discussed. Two words only used by Shankara Bhagavan. One, with Papmana means adharma asanga rupena vividuhu. So what is the nature of the asuras? Dharma. And what is the nature of asuras? Asanga, attachment. So they hit this nasika, means they they instilled in this nasika these two things, adharma and asanga. Powerful sentences. One, adharma is exactly not doing what the Shastra said. What is said by Shastra? Doing as it is called dharma. What is said by Shastra? Not doing at all as per Shastra, but doing independently is called adharma. Therefore, the Nasika Indriya lost the dharmic way of functioning, of inhaling, exhaling, as well as smelling. It has become erratic. The system is forgotten totally. Means in the Shastra, how the Nasika has to be employed in inhaling, exhaling for the Prana Shakti as well as smelling. It is given in Shastra. So Devatas are doing that only. Now they brought the new thing that inhale, exhale, which is done by the Granendriya, is nothing but Omkara. That Upasana when they are doing. These asuras came and hit means Svena Uttena Papmana. In that, the two words are Adharma. This word we have seen just now. Adharma. Second is Asanga Rupena Vivido. They brought that two, their ingredients of Adharmata. One other ingredient is Asanga. Means what? This Granendriya started developing attachment. Granendriya should not have the attachment. If there is attachment in the Granendriya, Asura is functioning in us. If the Granendriyas, inhaling, exhaling is not as per Shastra, Asuras are functioning. Don't get afraid. Jitna samajh में आ रहा है पकड़ो. These are such some mystical subjects now. Only when we continuously with Shraddha Bhakti listen, it starts revealing to us. Once the knowledge starts happening, it's so beautiful. मस्त रहता है नॉलेज क्लिक होने के बाद जीवन. So adharma asanga rupena vividuhu. Vividuhu means viddhavantaha, means samsargam krutavantaha ityartha. So therefore the Granendriya was doing the work of inhaling and exhaling and smelling exactly like the Shastra. It was doing dharma. Then that Granendriya was functioning as an instrument for the Lord. It has none of its own personal attachments. But having hit by the Asuras, these two things lost that position. So that's why instead of dharmic way of smelling or inhaling, exhaling, it has become erratic. Second one is what? The Granendriya is only instrument in the hands of Paramatma. You should just inhale, exhale, as well as some smells come. Its job is over when it reports it to the mind. Nostril cannot have its own asanga to anything else. But hit by the asuras, the nostrils developed asanga. That they are attached. Okay. Now, the effect of the hitting by the asuras onto Granendriya with their Svena Uttena Papana Adharma Asangena. So the asuras, Swabhavika Tamoguni, they have hit the prana or Granendriya with Adharma Asanga. Up to this understood? So Uttena Papana. What is the Papa of the asuras? Adharma and Asanga. What is the papa of the asuras? Adharma and asanga. What is adharma? Not according to Shastra, but against the Shastra. What is the asanga? The attachment. In the two things are there, which we are going to see in the next life. Like next slide. One thing is, I am the smeller, that independence claiming. Second is, therefore, I like what I want to smell. I dislike some of them. Bringing that likes and dislikes. See that child up to the age of 3 or 2.5. He has no ego, and whatever mother feeds, he will eat. That's it. But 3 साल होते ही his ego is coming. Individuality. I am separate. And then I like this. This only you give me. Other thing I don't like. It was not there in earlier, no, the child. So that age, that time when the child feels himself independent and he have his own likes and dislikes, he has understand कि उसके दिमाग में असुर चढ़ गया. Asura has entered in him. So asuraha vividuhu means asangam krutavantaha. Okay. Asangam vidyavantaha samsargam krutavantaha ityartha. Samsarga means polluting, impurifying. So the Granendriya was innocently smelling, inhaling, exhaling, and smelling the things as per Shastra. Suddenly the Asuras came and hit her. Then the two things happened. The Granendriya felt it to be independent, and then, like the newly married Bahu, in her own maturity, wants to fully involve in the in-laws family. As a part of it, that's why she got married. But the mother devil is there, Asura. She will phone Subha, Sham, Dindko, midnight, and she will send all messages. Only two things she sends message to her daughter: maintain your individuality. Don't just merge with them and all, because she is afraid that daughter will not contact the mother करके. इसलिए वो बेटी को उन सबसे मिलने नहीं देती है. How? By teaching her such things that she maintains her individuality. That's why in some of the houses, शादी होके 30 years हुआ, but still the daughter is mother's daughter only, never became mother-in-law's daughter-in-law. Asura, mother was the Asura who was Vividu. So she has done samsargam krutavanta. Then the mother tells also, independent, maintain your own personal likes, dislikes. Once these two have come, she is also Asura now in that in-law's place. Example. So the Nasika, influenced by the Asuras, started becoming independent and started labeling the smells that are smelt as good or bad, or I like or I don't like. So wherever I maintain my specific individuality apart from the totality, wherever I maintain my likes and dislikes at any level, first faculty we are discussing is Granendriya. Other also you can think right now. Wherever these two happen, so understand samsargam krutavantaha asuraha svena papmana adharma asangyena. So swa uttena papmana adharma asanga rupena vividuhu vidyavantaha samsargam krutavanta ityartha. They have polluted the mind. Like I told you, the mothers polluted the mind of the daughter. How many examples you can see? New fellow joined the office. He is happily doing his work, but the colleagues, ऐसे इतना मेहनत मत करना, boss will take you for granted, he will give you too much of the work. Gada, one eating donkey disturbed by the sounding donkey. There is a quotation. Silently the donkey was eating. The other donkey shouted loudly. Then the owner came and beat both of them. That's the kahavat. So this new fellow came with all gratitude to the office for giving him the job. He just wants to be honest and loyal. But the senior bigde mein hote na, they try to teach him both. Be independent as well as maintain your ragadvesha to maintain your independence. So wherever I am important, my ragadvesha are important, we have become asura. Easy to understand, no? After so much of discussion. So papmana adharma asanga rupena vividoho viddhavantah samsargam krutavantah ityartha. Now the effect of the nasika getting influenced by the asuras is this one. What is it? Sahi nasikya pranaha. That now prana indriya, that is grana indriya, which is operational through the nose. Because inhale, exhale, smelling happens from here only, nowhere else of the body. So sahi nasikya pranaha granindriya was affected by the asuras. One, kalyana gandha graha vimana asanga abhibhuta viveka vijnana bhavuva. The entire crux is in this line. Okay, I am telling it very, very carefully. Please listen. See, sahi nasikya prana. That the granindriya, pranindriya of the nostril, having influenced samsargita by the asura, what it has doing, it is happening to it. First, listen this. Abhibhuta viveka vijnana. The nasika has lost its viveka and vijnana. So what is the viveka and vijnana of the nasika? That I am here to serve the entire body. For that I am given the job of smelling. And I do this function of smelling, inhaling, exhaling only for the sake of total. So I am not an individual separate from the total function, nor I am doing the function given to me for my personal sake. That is a viveka vijnana of the nostrils, of the granindriya, of the pranindriya. That is abhibhuta, that is overpowered by the influence of the asuras, hitting. The asuras have done the samsara. Then what happened? That viveka vijnana of the nasika has gone away. Having gone away, what is the meaning of the nasika's viveka vijnana is overpowered or gone away? These two words. The nasika has become what? Kalyana gandha grahana and abhimana asanga. So first you listen the word abhimana asanga. Abhimana asanga means the granendriya has got the abhimana ahankara, as if I am special individual, separate individual. Abhimana means specified individuality, separate. Then the upar cover kya? Kalyana grantha asanga. It started developing attachment to the Kalyana Gandha. Means he started separating the smells to be good and something is bad, not only stopping there. The good, I like it, bad, I don't like it. And in life, our inhaling, exhaling, or our smelling the things good or bad should be based on whether it is good for the life or not body or bad, or whether it is good or bad. On the basis of that, the nasika should differentiate these smells, whether it is harmful or useful. Not on the bias not that I like it or I don't like it. You understand? So when you go through a rose forest, rose garden, so the rose smell comes. So when the smell of the rose is smelled by the nose, it should stop in thinking this much that, oh, okay, this smell is not harmful to the body. So my job of telling that this smell is not harmful to the body, I have done by smelling that fragrance of the rose. So same nostril, when it is going through, let us say, a very terribly smelling place, some place which is dirty, not cleaned from 10 days, and all dead animals are there, etc. Nose smelled it, but that is not good for the body and mind. So the nasika should say that it is not good or healthy for the body. Particularly, specifically, there should not be any dislike or hatred to that smell. It is existing for its own purpose by Ishvara Leela. Why should I hate it? I can protect myself from it. I must. So too, it is the divine who has made the rose fragrance. You smell it, it is not harmful to you, you stop there. Why do you label the rose smell as good, then I like it, and then I want it, therefore I'll go through that only all the time? Isn't it? This is called this differentiation of the world to be good and bad, therefore I like and dislike. That is the meaning of hitting by the asura. So therefore, whenever the asuras attack, we function under the influence of Rakadvesha, we function under the influence of Abhimana, ego as well as likes, dislikes. When these become dominant in our function, understand we are hit by the asura. So, sahi nasikya pranaha kalyana grantha grahana abhimana. Then asanga abhibhuta viveka vijnana babhuva. So, Kalyana Grantha Grahana Asanga means what? Kalyana Grantha Grahana Abhimana Asangaha. So, it has got Abhimana, ego, and then it is independently feeling itself to be separate. In fact, in this world, nothing is independent, nothing is separate. All are part of the universal one expression only of the divinity. But now this knows things it to be separate, then it has got Kalyana Gandha Asanga. Means there is a smell, it's a Kalyana smell, then I am attached to it, I want it again and again. So I am a smelling instrument and I want my own choice of smells. And the other smells I don't like. That concept is called hit by the Asura. But same time, the job of the nostril to smell the objects is only to say whether it is safe or not. Beyond that, see, if it is safe, go through it. If not safe, protect yourself. इतना ही होना चाहिए हमको. We need not dislike or like something. है ना? Like when you are traveling in a bus or train flight, your neighbor. So from his expressions, from his way of sitting, you can see, feel. You can feel कि he is a friendly type of person or very selfish and egoistic. पता चलता. If you know he is very selfish and egoistic, maintain distance. He is a friendly person and mutually be friendly. But because he is friendly, having raga towards him, because he is in his own nature, therefore having dvesha towards him and labeling him and talking about him, ये सब मिलकर असुर लक्षण. Asura says this fellow is arrogant, so I will not be in touch with him. खत्म बात. After that I don't dislike. The other fellow is very good. ठीक है, उनके द्वारा कोई काम होना है तो होगा. That's it. There is no raga to him. So raga dvesha abhimana are asura. Raga dvesha abhimana rahite is asura rahite. So saha tena doshena, because of this dosha, now what happened to the nostrils? Papma samsargi babhova. The nostrils have no more remained in their own pure nature. They are affected by the asuras. Therefore, that dosha made the nasikas to function abhimana yuktena independently, and also it started saying, ye acha hai, ye bura hai, ye mujhe chahiye, ye mujhe nahi chahiye. It has got trapped into ragadvesha. Okay, tad idam uktam asuraha papana vividuhiti. That is the meaning of hit by the asuras. So, from the totality, separating itself to be separate individual, maintaining that specific individuality. Second, thereafter maintaining likes and dislikes. Isn't it? Like you get your son married, the bahu comes 6 months, everything is going normally. एक ही किचन में खाना वाना बन रहा है, सब खा रहे हैं. But suddenly one day the thought comes to her, as told you, instigated by the mother. Then she tells husband कि ठीक है, लंच डिनर विल हैव विद द इन-लॉज, बट ब्रेकफास्ट हम थोड़ा ऊपर अलग सेपरेट बनाते, बिकॉज दे आर प्योर वेजिटेरियंस, बट दिस लेडी इज नॉन वेज. बिकॉज गफलत करके शादी किया उसने, शी वांट्स टू ईट एटलीस्ट समथिंग मेड आउट ऑफ समथिंग, तो विल हैव सेपरेट किचन. You understand how their own likes, dislikes. Thereafter, they start having dinner also separately. First they say few days, हम बाहर जा रहे डिनर के लिए, आप खुद खा लेना. बुला रहे कोई करके, बाद में कोई बुलाता नहीं, खुद ही घर बना ले घर में, separate as they like. Because what parents eat, they don't want, or what parents make, they don't like. Thereafter, it percolates to lunch also, isn't it? So all the three times they have their own separate kitchen cooked. Apne likes, dislikes. And after some time, then they try to renovate the house. Then the father says, no, 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 I made it like that, like this. I cannot. Then the son and daughter-in-law think, so will Ragadvesha. These three define the asura. Tena doshena papma samsargi babhova tadiddu muktam asuraha papmana vividhiti. That is why later on the nose is always differentiating the smells as good or bad. And what is good? I have raga, what I have dvesha. Therefore, how many things have happened here? The smelling has become an ego, and it is smelling the things as usual good and bad, but it is now creating raga dvesha inside. In the meantime, the main purpose that the indriya is functioning, it is over. The mind has to be calm and quiet. It should not be influenced by the indriya's functioning. Calm and quiet mind should inquire on reality. All this is gone. तो हमेशा फिर मैं कौन सा अच्छा स्मेल ले लूं, कौन से बुरा स्मेल से दूर रहूं, उसका दिमाग उसी में रहता है. The other indriyas. Thus, throughout the day, one, we are living at the indriya level. Two, each indriya is thinking it is separate from total. Third, at each indriya level, there are its own particular raga dvesha, because of which it is not acting as per the Shastra. Or as per Shastra, they are not functioning as adharma. Then they have their own likes, dislikes, which are creating vasanas continuously, and they are maintaining their own separate individuality. Therefore, this is called hitting, and asuras are succeeding. What is to be said, therefore, is all these faculties, including mind, cannot be all the time pure. They will be influenced by the asuras. It may be a 0.01% only. In a greatly highly evolved being, still, if you are at the mana in the indriya level, asurata will come into you. That's it. Then what to do? Do the Mukhya Prana Upasana, which will be affected with Asura. Then empowered by the Mukhya Prana Upasana, empower all the faculties. Let faculties empowered by the Mukhya Prana, Udgitam, then Shrotra Udgitam, then Mana Udgitam. All these will finish tomorrow. Then this is all need. Specific need we must have. Then we keep on working for them. Then our faculties are concentrated. We have no time at all, first of all. Forget about doing and achieving. So that let's think about manage करो अपने आप को. Thank you. Om 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 Om. Think these three words: Ahankara, Raga, Dvesha. Ahankara, Abhimana in the Granendriya. As if it's in the impure state of mind. Think about it a little bit. See you for Gita. Om Purnamada Shruti Matrena. Tatsat Brahma.